to my channel. Today I thought I would share a quick haul. I got some stuff a few days ago from the Goodwill outlet, and so I'm just going to do it. I didn't get very much stuff. We were just kind of, I took my kid there because we were just wasting time before we had to go to his play, and so I did find a few things that are cool for junk journals. I thought this ribbon was pretty awesome. It's very sparkly. I found this package of napkins. I love this pattern. It was pretty cool. I'll probably use these for decoupage, but they're quite large. The napkins are really big napkins, so they have a large surface area to be decoupaging, so that's pretty cool, I thought. So those are pretty cool. Found this book. It's called Christie, but I love the pattern of it, and like, you know, the heavy dutiness of it, and it's a small size, so it'll make a good junk journal cover. I'll probably cover this part, but the rest of it, I like this kind of mustard floral pattern that it has. It's kind of neat. So yeah, I'll probably be taking the insides out of there and then using this. So I kind of, you know, had the idea to use these two together because they're kind of pretty. So I may just kind of do a little bit of a challenge for myself to see if I can, you know, repurpose as many things as I found with that junk journal, but we'll see. I found that, surprisingly enough, I found the exact phone case for my phone. So, I mean, I was in the store and I took my phone and put it in and it fit. So I was like, oh, that is so awesome. And it has this hard, clear plastic back on it. So that's kind of cool. And I'm thinking about using this to try out, you know, kind of altering it with some UV resins and doing some resin crafts on the back of my phone case. So that'll be kind of fun to try that out for almost nothing. I found a Canon strap for my camera. I have a Canon camera, which I rarely use, actually. Canon Mark II, and so that's pretty cool. I'll have a strap for my camera. I totally lucked into this. In the book section, the books and stuff are 50 cents a piece. So I found this Somerset Digital Studio magazine. And this was from autumn of 2010, looks like. It's got a little discoloration on the front, but not bad, but it's still pretty neat. I don't even know if they make this magazine anymore. I used to do a lot of stuff for Somerset magazines. For Stampington magazines, they have a really cool program for, you know, publishing art, you know, people's artwork and stuff, and I've been published in many of their magazines. I even had the cover of their So Somerset magazine in 2011. So I've always been a fan of their magazines, and I just love seeing everyone's kind of mixed media art and stuff. So this really kind of jumped out at me, and I thought this was neat. I love all the artwork in here. It's pretty cool. I may use some of that in a junk journal or something, you know, some backgrounds and stuff, but I still thought it was really cute, and I'm looking forward to reading through that. I also found a couple of books. This one is The Unicorn and the Lake, and I just thought the images were really pretty. The artwork is beautiful in this book. I mean, it really is gorgeous. So, you know, I'm always looking for stuff that I can use in Harry Potter junk journals. So these images just kind of, there's one of a frog. These images just will be one of those things that will work. And, you know, there's a snake and a tree. So yeah, some of these images will work well for, you know, repurposing into those. And, you know, the unicorn was just pretty, so I went ahead and picked that up. And I got this one. It is Counting Rhymes 1 to 10. And the artwork in here is just so cute. I mean, look at these two little boys with their bright blue eyes. How adorable. And this little girl with her little kitten. But yeah, and the edges, I don't know if you can see, the edges are kind of like this wavy pattern. So cool how all the pages in the book are that color, but it's just so cute. I think these will make really awesome pages for a junk journal, or maybe cutouts. I'm not sure yet, but very, very cute imagery on that. Not a lot of pages, but couldn't pass it up because it is just gorgeous. So yeah, too cool. Anyway, so that's all I found. I didn't find much, but I found some cool stuff that I can use. I'm being very careful about what I'm purchasing there. But I think I'm going to work on this one today and see, what all I can do. So stay tuned. I'll pull out some things and we'll work on this junk journal today. Alright, so I've just kind of gone through my stash and pulled out a bunch of pages. Just all kinds of stuff, random things. Some cool back pieces of books. Some nice vintage. These tags are pretty cool, and those will probably go kind of good. So yeah. Just gonna start layering these up here, kind of random like. I think I'm going to do kind of a funky stack sort of a thing. Got the idea for this last night, and I just was like, well, that might be kind of fun to just do a random layered stack of things. Someone sent me these pages in a swap, a Christmas swap, and I'm just now getting a chance to use some of them. They had gone through the trouble of tea dyeing and coffee dyeing for me on some of those pages, so I'm literally just kind of haphazardly stacking these things. I'm thinking that I might just, not sure how many of these pages I want all in one signature, but I don't know if I want to make this 2 signatures or 1 signature. I may make it 2 signatures. That might be better. Not sure how many pages are in that. Let's see here. Count these up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 signatures, 13 pages on that one. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I am just going to kind of I'll put this on the side. So I love how it's just all kind of randomly stacked there, and I guess we'll see how this works out. I want all kinds of funky edges sticking out, and I can deal with anything else afterwards. I'm just going to take a sewing machine and sew down the center of that, and that will be one signature. And then this one will be a second signature. Okay, and then I'm going to go sew these, and I will be right back. Okay, I got that stitched together, and I decided to go ahead and stitch it to some fabric so that I can attach the fabric to each side, and then this center part can still have that bend to it, kind of like it was originally. So these will go here. I'll glue the fabric on each side, and then I will cover it with these images, and I think that will look really cool. By the way, these images are from the Somerset Digital Art magazine, and they are by Catherine Hogland, I believe is what her name is. I always like to give credit to the artist. I'm not reproducing her art in any way. I'm just taking it out of repurposing the magazine that she was published in, and she has some beautiful stuff. I don't know, since this magazine was published in 2010, I don't know if her website is still active, but if you want to check her out, there is a website, theavalonrose.com. If she is still doing art, I do not know, but you can go and see if I can get this so that you guys can read it. That's her, if you want to screenshot that and go check out, see if you can find any info on her. But she did these two images that I'm going to be using for the front and the back cover, inside cover. I just thought they go pretty well with this, and I absolutely am going to love this. Some of these pages I will probably trim off a little bit or fold in, but some of them I'm just going to leave hanging out of the book because I kind of dig it. So I kind of like that. I just like that. But we'll see. It might be a little too much. But I do like this idea of just like putting down a pile of papers and, not making them all 100% straight. Excuse me, guys, I've got the hiccups right now. But not making them all 100% straight and just using your scraps and just really, I like how it kind of all plays out here. Like if you wanted to do pages, then your other pages sticking behind are going to show through, and it's just kind of fun. It's a very dimensional, fun way to do stuff. So these are going to be neat, I think. Lots of room for doing your own thing, so that's pretty cool, I think. It's going to be awesome. That was just one signature there. This is the second signature. Just a very random assortment of pages and themes. Some of them are a little bit fragile and are going to tear, but that kind of adds to the look of it to me. Such as this one here. This matte page is starting to tear right there, but it's still in there, so it may need to be reinforced, but we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be neat, I think. I really like that look. Okay, so making sure that these pages are folded well. Okay, so I just use a real kind of a heavier cardstock almost. I'm going to glue it on there. Okay, so changed my mind on that. That wasn't working like I wanted it to, so I just cut the sides off, and I've just got this here. So that kind of reinforces that, and I'm just going to do a regular sew-through binding to the actual thing. I wasn't liking how it was not fitting in there correctly, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead and sew it into the spine, the regular book spine, and that's just going to be how that's going to go. So instead of doing it that way, now I need to cover this first, and then I can sew through it. So cool. So I think the next thing I need to do is go ahead and stitch these into my spine. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this spine though. I may just go ahead and leave it. I'm not 100% sure yet. Now for this, I'm just using just regular old, like, cotton twine that you can buy at the hardware store. I just like the feel of it, the softness of it. A lot of people use wax linen and things, but for this particular one, I wanted something a little more chunky, and then, so it's just a single. The reason I'm doing it this way is so that people can tuck, you can tuck pages or anything you want in between. If I did a three hole, then you can't really tuck anything in between, so I just really wanted it to be. And then I'm also leaving my strings because it just adds a little texture, and then you can also tie things onto your string inside your journal, etc., etc. So there is that for now. And I think that's enough to just cover that, and I don't feel like I have to really cover it up now. Whoever gets the journal can cover it if they want to. You can just slide something under there and glue it over, but I think that does enough just to, plus it's upside down. So yeah, so there's that. Very quick junk journal. You can always go and, kind of fold these corners back. Anything that's too wide that you don't like, you can fold those corners in if you want to. Things that stick out way too far, you can fold them in. It is up to you, but I just really like the edges on a lot of these and how they are sticking out and making a nice edge. Anything that sticks out too far to you, you can always, fold it. You can fold it in straight flat, or you can fold it in at an angle so that you have more. It just kind of goes with the aesthetic we're creating. Well, this one might actually crack because of the delicacy of the paper, but that's okay. If it does that, we'll just tear it off and use it somewhere else. So that just kind of brought the edge in a little bit more, but you still got pieces sticking out here and there, and that's okay. It does create a very nice visual there at the ends, just kind of, and as you fill it up with more and more stuff, it's going to look even more interesting. It just kind of reminds me of like someone who's deep in their thoughts, and these are all their gathered papers that they've stuffed in a booklet or something. But anyways, so that's what we've got so far. And those are nice and secure in there, and they're not going to go anywhere. So that was a pretty simple, easy, quick junk journal. Very quick to make, easy to make, and it kind of gives you that yummy texture and interest. I think that it's the interest in texture that I love in a book, a physical book, that you can't get from digital books anymore. So I think these are extra fun because, it's a junk journal that gives you that textural, tactile sensation that you're missing with the digital books. Some people really like that and some people don't. So, I mean, it's really just, what your personal preference is. But I like the idea of this just laying down, you know, a pile of papers in just weird random angles and then just sewing them together for a junk journal. It's very fun. So that's what I've got so far. I was going through my stuff and I found this. I've had this for a while now. I also found this at the Goodwill outlet, and I just liked it, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but you know, then we find things that it matches. And if you look really closely in this cover, there are orange dots, little flowers, and like I don't know if you can see it, but the outline of these leaves and stuff is orange. It's almost exactly this color of orange. So I think I'm going to put this on the front cover of this journal. And I'm just kind of trying to decide if I want to put any kind of image. I don't know. This little guy here is kind of cute. He's too big though, I think. Maybe not. I guess if can't get the whole thing in there, but he's kind of fun. I might put him on the cover. He might do. I think I'm going to go with that. That works for me. Just go with it. Just go with the flow. Alrighty then. I kind of like it. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Yep. Yep. I like him. I like him a lot. He's pretty cool. Now I'm wondering, let's see, who was this image by? This image was by, that is a very tough name to say. So I'm going to zoom in on it and let you see what that person's name was. That's a difficult name, but there it is. Pretty cool. So that's who created that image. Very, very cool. He's going to look awesome right here. I kind of like how this is coming together, actually. See if I can get a little more light going on in here. It's getting kind of dark outside. Sure. I kind of like how colorful that is starting to be. And then when you open it up, there's going to be color in there, and then color in there as well. So that's going to be cool. I think I'm going to use my E6000 on this. Or I may have to use something else. I think I gave my E6000 to my daughter. I may hot glue it. I don't generally like using hot glue on my junk journals, but we'll do what we have to do to make things work. Okay, so I went through my stash and I found this fabric, which I thought was pretty cute. It has some of the oranges in it. It's floral, so it really kind of matches this front. So I think I'm going to put that on the front and use that as the tie closure. I did find some E6000. It's white, but I think if I'm careful, it'll be alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on and then just let this dry for a little while. think I bought this by mistake once, thinking I was just getting regular E6000, and then it ended up being white E6000, which I didn't even know they made. But it will be fine. Okay. Boy, this stuff stinks. E6000 stinks, but it works really well. So it's good for a lot of applications. Let's see here. Make sure I've got this. Okay. This down just a little bit. Let that dry good. I think that'll be really cute. Okay, so I guess I finished this up, and I may do a few more things to it, but for the most part, I think I'm done with it. I've added a lot of things to it, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's just super cute. Yeah, pretty happy with it. Love all the little pieces that hang out. It's just really fun. So we'll open it up and I'll do a quick flip through. I'm not going to be doing any kind of explaining or anything because I'm going to make another video that really goes into detail as far as flip throughs and all that. But just to show you really quick what I've added in. I've added in some words here and there. Some fabric pieces and some tabs. Some wax seals. Got some washi tape here and there. the end. So that was a fun project. It only took me a few hours as far as, how much time I actually worked on it. Videoing and all that took a little bit longer, but pretty happy with how it turned out, and I'll be adding more to it, and I'll be doing another video when I get it completely finished and have all the details finished up. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how it's working out, and it's a very fun kind of eclectic with attitude kind of a junk journal. And it's whimsical and messy and just really fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and appreciate all of my subscribers. And if you're not subscribed yet, I'm going to be doing a lot more junk journaling and paper crafting, and probably some Harry Potter crafts here and there. And you're welcome to come and join us. Just hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.